Dear students, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you, good afternoon, all of you. Right, look at that. In previous classes, we have revised the chapter 3 trigonometric functions and chapter 1 set in previous classes. Okay, today we revise that chapter 2 relation and functions, relations and functions. Okay, so before going to the relation, we have to discuss about Cartesian product. Cartesian product of two sets. What is Cartesian product of two sets? Cartesian product of two sets. How to define the Cartesian product of two sets? Suppose we can take it as A is equal to 1, 2, B is equal to some 3, 4. Okay, what is my Cartesian product? My Cartesian product of two set is, it is a set of all ordered pairs A comma B. Okay, so my A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Okay, A cross B, look at that. This is a set of all ordered pair. In this ordered pair, this first element belongs to the first set and second element belongs to the second set. Okay, so now look at that. What is my A cross B? The Cartesian product of A and B. Okay, so this is 1 comma 3. That is a first order pair, 1 comma 4. Okay, and this is 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 4. This is my A cross B. Okay, each order pair is an element of A cross B. Each ordered pair is an element of A cross B. Okay, this is an element. This is an ordered pair. This is an element of A cross B. This is an element. This is an element. This is an element. Totally, how many elements are there? 4. How many elements of A? How many elements in A? 2. How many elements in B? 2. So therefore, if A has 2 elements and B has 2 elements, then my A cross B has 2 into 2, 4 elements. Okay. Similarly, if A has P elements and B has Q elements, then my A cross B has PQ elements, P into Q. Okay, right. Suppose what is your B cross A? What about your B cross A? B cross A means we are producting, take a product from B to A. B to A means your first set is B. So therefore, in order pair, the first element should be in B. So therefore, this is taken 3 comma 1. Okay, 3 comma 2 and 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2. Okay, this is my B cross A. Here also look at that. My B having 2 elements and A also having 2 elements. Therefore, my B cross A having 4 elements, 2 into 2 element, 4 elements. Okay, so look at that. If my N of A, that means N of A is equal to P. That means number of elements of A is P, number of elements of B is Q. Okay, then my N of A cross B, my N of A cross B is equal to number of elements in A cross B is equal to PQ. Okay, A cross B is the Cartesian product. Okay, so this is the first note, important note. N of A is equal to P, N of B is equal to Q. Then my N of A cross B is equal to PQ. Look at that. Definitely, we may expect one question in your short answers, 1 mark. Definitely one question we may expect like it. Okay, N of A is equal to P, N of B is equal to Q, then my N of A cross B, number of elements of A cross B is PQ, P into Q. Right. Another one, second one, look at that, my A cross empty set. My B is a empty set. Then what is my A cross empty set? It is empty only. Suppose I'm taking my A is empty, B is any set. Okay, this is also empty. Okay, so therefore, if you want to take a Cartesian product, means definitely A and B are definitely A and B must be non-empty sets. Then only we can define my A cross B or B cross A. If any one set is empty or both the sets are empty, then my Cartesian product is empty only. Okay, this is another important point. And third one, if any one ordered pair, any two ordered pair are equal. Suppose this is one ordered pair, this is another ordered pair, both are equal, sir. Equal means, okay, so look at that, my x is equal to A and my y is equal to B. X is equal to A, y is equal to B. Okay, if x comma y is equal to A comma B, then my x is equal to A, y is equal to B. That means the first element in this ordered pair, first element in this ordered pair, both are equal. Second element in this ordered pair, second element in this ordered pair, both are equal. Okay. Right. Now look at that. This 3 comma 1 and 1 comma 3, these two are not equal. Some students getting confusion about that. 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1. No. Because look at that. In this ordered pair, what is my first element? 1. In this ordered pair, what is my first element? 3. These two are not equal. Okay. So therefore, these two ordered pairs are not equal. Okay. If it is equal means these two first elements are equal and the second elements also equal. Okay. And the fourth one, if A or B is infinite, either A or B, if either A or B is infinite. What is infinite? What is infinite? A set is not an empty set, as well as it does not have a definite number of elements, then it is an infinite set. What is finite set? Empty set is a finite set, or a set having finite definite number of elements, then the set is finite. A set is not finite mean it is called as infinite. Okay, if A is either A or B is infinite, then my A cross B is also infinite. Any one is infinite, then A cross B is also infinite. Okay. Right. The another one is A cross B and B cross A not equal. Sometimes it may be equal. So sometimes I am taking my A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to 1 comma 2. It is equal, sir. Yeah, okay. But it is not always equal. Okay, A cross B not equal to B cross A. That is not always not equal. Sometimes it may be equal, sometimes it may not be equal. Okay, right? So now look at the problems. Suppose if x plus 1, y minus 2 equal to 3 comma 1, then find the values of x and y. Then find the values of x and y. Dear students, any problem in my audio and video? Any problem in my audio and video? Students? Okay, pa. Thank you everyone. Some student is telling video audio is breaking. Many students are answering clear, but some students are okay. So now look at that. These two ordered pairs are equal. This is one ordered pair. This is one ordered pair. These two are equal. Equal mean the first element equal, the second element also equal. Okay. So therefore my x plus 1 is equal to 3 and y minus 2 is equal to 1. So therefore my x is equal to 3 minus 1, 2. My y is equal to 3. So therefore these are the x values. Okay. You please note the another point here, and my A cross A cross A or A cross B cross C is a set of all ordered triplet. For any three sets A, B, C, the Cartesian product of three sets A cross B cross C, set of all ordered triplet. Okay, here my A belongs to A, B belongs to B, okay, and C belongs to C. Okay. Murthy, what is your doubt? Only 20% of the question from NCERT, 80% from outside the NCERT only. Okay. What do you want composition of mark means? What you are asking? I have already told the pattern. Section A, 25 into 1 marks. 25 1 marks. Section B, 5 into 2. Section C, 5 into 3. 15. Totally 50. Okay. This section A having MCQs, fill laps, okay, and short answer, right? Yeah, similar, everything 100% similar to NCERT only. Okay, all are similar from NCERT only. So obviously, if you completed your NCERT book, then you go for the other books, R.D. Sharma and everything. First of all, you thorough each and every line of your NCERT book. You go through each and every line. Okay, some instruction is given, some information is given, some theoretical part is given. Okay, some important note is given, example problem is given, exercise problems given. Once if you completed all these things, then go for some other guide. Okay. Safik, if you thorough your NCERT, definitely you will get sent down. Okay. Are you okay, Pa? Yeah, number only change, Murthy. Only the number only change. Look at that. Look at that, Murthy. This is the example. Look at that, Murthy. This is your NCERT problem. See that this is your NCERT problem. I may give like that, x plus 1 by 2, y minus 1 by 3 equal to 7, 10. Find x and y. Is it possible to do this problem? This is NCERT problem, Murthy. X plus 1, y minus 2 is equal to 3, 1. I may give the problem like that. Find x, y. That's all. This is outside NCERT problem. Okay. Yeah, miscellaneous, definitely. Miscellaneous is must. Very important, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous, must ma Aishwarya. You have to concentrate miscellaneous. Many of the problems comes from miscellaneous only. Miscellaneous must. Okay. Right. So you thorough your NCERT because your all other problems based on the NCERT questions only. Okay. You thorough your NCERT, definitely you will get center mark. Good marks. Right. Now come to that. The next problem is, and sometimes the question may be asking, we may expect this type of question also. Suppose my A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. B is equal to some 3, 4. C is equal to some 4, 5, 6. Okay, what is A cross B intersection C? Sometimes the question, we may expect the question like this. First of all, you find out B intersection C. What is the B intersection C? Intersection of these two sets. Only 4. Intersection. 4 is the only common element for these two sets. Okay, now take that A cross B intersection C. Actually, what is for A? 1, 2, 3. Cross, what is your B intersection C? That is 4. So what is the Cartesian product? That is 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. Are you okay, Pa? Similarly, they may give some other set. Here I am giving A is 1, 2, 3, B is 3, 4, C is 4, 5, 6. In your exam, they may give A is some other 4, 5, 6, B is some other 10, 10 15 like that. C is also some other set. And they may ask A cross B union C. Okay, this type of problem we may expect. Here I am doing A cross B intersection C. Sometimes they are asking A cross B union C, or B cross A intersection C, or C cross A intersection B, like that. Okay. Are you okay, Pa? Right. Now come to that, the relation. Relation and functions are very important. What is relation? Suppose let A and B be two finite sets. Okay, what is your A cross B? My A cross B is equal to set of all A comma B, set of all ordered pairs. A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Okay, right. Now look at that. This is a set alone. This is a set and these are the elements. Each ordered pair is an element of this A cross B. Okay, so therefore what is relation means? Each subset or every subset of A cross B is a relation. Every subset of A cross B is a relation from A to B. So look at that, sir. I am taking my A is equal to 1, 2 and my B is equal to some A alone, or A comma B. What is your A cross B? My A cross B is equal to, okay, so my A cross B is equal to, this is 1 comma A, 1 comma B, 2 comma A, 2 comma B. Okay, how many elements in this A cross B? 4 elements. In my A cross B, I have 4 elements because here my N of A is 2, N of B is 2, totally here it is 2 into 2, 4 elements. Okay, now how many subsets for this A cross B? Number of subsets of A cross B. The last class we have discussed about the number of subsets. Number of subsets of A cross B is equal to, this is 2 power, how many elements are there here? It is 4, 2 power 4, therefore 16 subsets are there. Okay, so here what is the definition of relation? Every subset is a relation. That means every subset is a relation. So therefore, number of relations from A to B. Okay, that is also 16. Number of subsets of A cross B and number of relations from A to B, Both are same because every subset is a relation. Sir, I have a totally 16 subsets, sir. All the 16 are relations. Sir, I have 8 subsets, sir. All the 8 are relations. Sir, I have only 4 subsets, sir. All the 4 are relations. Are you okay, pa? Are you clear? So therefore, every subset of A cross B is a relation from A to B, right? Okay, so for suppose take this the same thing. In this A cross B, I am going to take one subset, one relation, that is a subset 1 comma A, 2 comma A. This is a relation. R is a relation from A to B. Okay, my R is a relation. Right, now how to find out the domain and range of the relation, sir? Okay, how to find out the domain and range of the relation, sir? So now look at that. My relation is defined from A to B. This is my codomain. What is this? The second set is called as my codomain of R. Okay, this is my codomain of R, codomain of the relation. What is domain, sir? What is range, sir? So my range is domain is equal to domain of this relation is equal to, look at that, how many pairs are there in your relation set? There are 2 pairs. So collect the first element in every pair. The set of all first elements in every pair of the relation set. Okay, so that is called it as my domain. That's all. 1 comma 2 is the domain set of, okay, the set with 1 and 2, that is called as my domain of R, right? The set of all, what is that? Set of all first elements. That is my domain. Okay, the set of all first elements of the ordered pairs. Ordered pair in the relation. Okay, right. Come to the range. So what is range, sir? My range of the relation R is set of all second elements. This is set of all second element. Look at that. This is and this. Okay, set of all second elements of ordered pair. Okay, pa? Yeah, correct. Yeah, theory questions also important. Okay. This is A alone. Look at that, my set of all elements A comma A. No need to write that A twice. Same element, no need to repeat one more time. Okay. So there are 2 A means you can take only 1 A. This is my range of this relation. Okay. So now look at that. What is my codomain? My codomain is the B. Actually, what is your A? Your A is equal to 1 comma 2. My B is equal to A comma B. This is my codomain. Okay, now look at that. My range is a subset of this codomain. Look at that, my range is A alone, but my codomain having A and B. my range of R always subset of codomain. Okay, sometimes it may be equal also, but most of the time it is subset. Okay, sometimes it is equal also. So my range is a subset of this codomain. Okay, similarly, my domain of R is a subset of this first set. Domain of R is a subset of this A. Sometimes equal also. Yeah, look at that. Here it is equal. My A is also 1 comma 2. My domain of R is also 1 comma 2. Sometimes it is equal. Sometimes it is a subset. Okay. Right. Now look at this one. If my A is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 14. Okay. And a relation from A to A. A relation from A to A defined by R is equal to set of all x comma y, 3x minus y is equal to 0. Okay. And write the domain, codomain range. Then write the domain, codomain, and range. Okay. Right. So look at that. My A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 14. What about your R? My R is a relation set. Set of all ordered pairs. How to find out the set of all ordered pairs? This is given in set builder form. My relation set is given in set builder form. You write it in roster form. Roster form means write all the elements. This is my 3x minus y is equal to 0. What is the meaning that 3x is equal to y? 3x minus y is equal to 0 means 3x is equal to y. So your x and y both are belongs to, your x comma y both are belongs to this A only. Okay. Yes, Harish, codomain means second set fully. Codomain means second set, full set is the codomain, while range is the second element. Yeah. Second element of the relation. Not a function, we are discussing only the relation now. Okay, Harish? Yeah, very good. So now look at that. When I'm applying x is equal to 1, look at that. When I'm applying x is equal to 1, what is my y? 3. Look at that. This 1 comma 3, x is 1, y is 3, satisfying this equality or this equality. X is 1, y is 3. Sir, why you are not taking x is equal to 0, sir? Your x and y both are belongs to A because my relation is defined from A to A. Okay, so your x and y belongs to this set only. Don't take it as 0. Sir, I am going to take it as my x is equal to 0, sir, minus 1, sir, minus 2, sir. Not possible. Your x and y are belongs to this set only. The first element is 1, that is I am taking. When my x is the first element 1, then what is my y? 3. Then only this 1 comma 3 satisfying this inequality, this equality. Now come to that, apply 2, 2 into 3, 6. So therefore, if you apply 2, my y is 6. Apply 3, my y is 9. Okay, apply 4, my y is equal to 12. Apply 5, what happened? When my x is equal to 5, what is the answer we are getting? 5 3s are 15, my y is 15. But look at that, this 15 is not in my set. Your x and y both should be in your A, but my y is not in our set. So therefore, this is the only possible pass. This is the roster form of this set. Okay, now write the domain. Yeah, please tell me the domain. All of you, please write the domain of R, range of R. Okay, codomain of R. R means relation. What is my domain? Set of all first elements in the ordered pass in the relation set. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my domain. What is my range? Range means second elements. What are the second elements? This is 3, 6, 9, 12. So therefore, this is 3, 6, 9, 12. This is my range. Okay. What about your codomain? My codomain is the second set. What is my second set? The function is defined from A to A. Sometimes, dear students, sometimes look at that. R is a relation on A. R is a relation on A is given. On A means here, sir. Here from A to A given, sir. A to A means my first set is A, second set is also A, sir. But on A, now what is the meaning, sir? On A means that is A to A. Okay, that means the relation defined from A to A. Okay, that means your second set is also A. The relation is defined from the set to itself. Therefore, my codomain is A alone. My codomain is A. My range is 3, 6, 9, 12. My domain is 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay? How to find out the range and domain? Okay, pa? So you please go through the problems in relations. We have only very few problems are there. All are simple problems. Okay. Right. Now come to that functions. What is function? So the function is, it is a special type of relation. My function is a special type of relation. Okay, function is a relation only, but additionally it satisfies one condition. What is the condition, sir? A relation f from A to B is said to be a function okay if every element of first set, every element of first set, every element of set A means the first set, okay, has only one image, one and only one image set in B. Okay. Which exercise? Adiseshan Bhumi, Sri Adiseshan Bhumi. Which exercise? Miscellaneous chapter number 1 or chapter number 2 or chapter number 3? Yeah. If possible means we will discuss. Otherwise, you please go through our classwork notebook. Okay, we have discussed almost all the problems in our miscellaneous twice. We discussed twice, 2 times. You please go through our notebook. Okay, if you have any doubt in that particular problem, you send your doubt. Okay, I will explain you. Or otherwise, you can call me. I will explain you. I will help you. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Santosh, you want the codomain? One more time. Codomain is nothing but, look at that, Santosh. A relation R is defined from, a relation R is defined from A to B. Okay, then this is your codomain, Santosh. My second set is the codomain. Are you okay, Santosh? That's all. Codomain is very simple. Yeah, well, you please wait for a few seconds. Okay, I'm explaining. What is a function? So now look at that whale. Suppose I am taking two sets, 1, 2, A, B. Okay, right? So now look at that whale. So this is set A, this is set B. What is the definition of the a relation? F from A to B is said to be function. What is the condition? Every element in set A, very important point. Every element in set A means first set, has one and only one image. Look at that. My image of one is A. My image of one is B also. How many images for one? That is one related to A, one related to B. That this related element is called as image. This A is the image of one, B is the image of one. Okay, one having two images. Are you okay? Well, my one belongs to the first set A. Okay, every element of set A has only one image. So one and only one image. What is the meaning of one and only one image? That means exactly one image, not more than one image and not less than one image. Sir, no image, sir. That is also not a function. Okay, see that here my one have more than one image. Okay, so therefore this is not a function, but it is a relation. Please look at that. This is a relation. Okay, this is a relation, but this is not a function. Suppose look at that, my AB, right? So what about here? It is 2. There is no relation. So here my image of one is A1 is only 1. The image of the first element is only 1. Yeah, correct. What about the image of the second element? 2. No image. So every element in my first set A has only one and only one image. That means exactly one image. Exactly one image. That means exactly related to one element. Exactly related to one element. Here, my one is related to more than one element, not a function. Here, my two is not at all related to any element, not a function. Are you okay, Pa? Here, suppose I am taking 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. This is function or not? The image of one is A, image of two is A, image of three A. That means one related to A, one related to how many elements? One related to how many elements? Only one. Yeah, correct. Two related to how many elements? Only one. Yeah, this condition is correct. Exactly one image, exactly one element, related to exactly one element. Three related to how many elements? Exactly one element. Okay, but all the three are related to same elements, so no problem. Okay, look at the definition. Nothing says in my definition, I'm not discussing anything about my B. Okay, only every element of set A has one and only one image set in B. Image in set B. Okay, so therefore this is a function. Look at that. This is not a function. This is not a function, but this is a function. So all the elements are related to only one element. So no problem. Find out the number of elements related to 3. 3 is related to how many elements? Only 1. 2 related to how many elements? Only 1. A. 1 related to how many elements? Only 1. So therefore, each and every element in this first set A related to exactly one element in B, then that relation is a function. Are you okay, Pa? Now are you clear? Well, are you okay, Pa? Yeah, very good. Right? So now I am giving some examples. You please answer for the function or not. This is function or not? First one. This is my second one. This third one function or not? This is third one. Okay, fourth one. Yeah, which one function, which one not a function, Pa? Look at that. Here, look at that. My one having only one image, three having only one image, no problem. But my two having more than one image. More than one image means not a function. So at least one element more than one image means that is not a function. This is a relation alone. This is a relation, but not a function. Right. Now come to that, sir. My one is related to only one element, sir. That means only one image. My two is also related to only one element, sir. But what about three? Three is not at all related to any element. That means three is doesn't have any image. What is the condition for the definition of the function? My condition for the definition of the function is every element having exactly one image. Exactly one image. Okay. Well, please see that. My second one is also not a function. Why? This is the second one. Second one is not a function. Why? Look at that three. The three doesn't have any image. But look at the definition. Every element having exactly one image. So no, at least one element having no image, then this is not a function. That means every element in this set having more than one image, not a function. No image, not a function. They have exactly one image. That is a function. Okay. Right now, look at that here. My image of two is only one. Image of three is only one. But look at that image of one. My image of one is A, image of one is B. That means one is related to two elements, two different elements. Okay, so my one is related to two different elements means that is not a function. Okay, right now come to that. My one is related to only one element. My two is related to only one element. My three is related to only one element. That means the image of one is only one. Image of two is one. Image of three is also only one. That is C. Okay, this is a function. And here look at that. My one is related to only one element. My 2 is also related to only one element. My 3 is also related to only one element. Sir, all are related to same elements, sir. No problem. See the definition again. Every element of a set A has one and only one image in set B. That's all. So all the elements are related to same elements, sir. No problem. If my one is any element is related to more than one element, means that is a problem for me. That fails a function by definition. So therefore, This is not a function. Okay, this is a function. This is a function. Are you okay, pa? Are you clear now? Right. Now come to that. Suppose if you take this is A, this is B. Okay, this is my function f. Okay, and write the domain of f. Actually, this is an ordered pair. 1 comma A is one ordered pair, 2 comma B is in one ordered pair, 3 comma C is one ordered pair. Okay, what is my domain and range of the relation? The same here also. How to find out the domain of the relation? Set of all first elements in the ordered pair of a relation set. Okay, actually this is my ordered pair. 1 comma A is one ordered pair, 2 comma B ordered pair, 3 comma C ordered pair. So these are the first elements. Collect all the first elements. Okay, what is my range? My range is this is. In your ordered pair, collect the second elements, that is A, B, C. Okay, what about here? My domain of R, my domain of F, this is I'm taking my B and this is F function. Set of all first elements, because these are the ordered pairs. What is the ordered pair? My function is 1 comma 2, 1 comma A, 2 comma B, 3 comma, 1 comma B alone, 2 comma B, 3 comma B. 1 comma B is one ordered pair, 2 comma B another ordered pair, 3 comma B another ordered pair. Okay, in this ordered pair, collect the set of all first elements. What are the first elements? 1, 2, 3. That is set of all first element is my domain of F. Okay, what is my range? Range of F. My range of F is set of all second elements in the each ordered pair, every ordered pair. Here also my second element is B. Here also B. Here also B. Okay, only B. No need to write the B thrice. No need to repeat the same element. Okay, so therefore this is my range of the function. Okay, right. One interesting thing we have to note here. One interesting thing. You take this, I will explain one more example, given one more example and explain that. Yes, are you finished, Pa? Which one, Pa? Adi session. My second is not at all a function, Pa. This is not a function. Sri Adi session, this is not a function. Okay. Yeah. Codomain of the fifth one. Codomain is always the second set. Look at that. In relation or function, my codomain is always the second set. For fifth problem, what is my codomain? B, ABC. My fourth problem, what is my codomain? ABC. My third problem, what is my codomain? ABC. My second one, what is my codomain? ABC. Here also ABC. So therefore, my in relation or function, my codomain is the second set. Are you okay, Pa? For all the problems, codomain is the second set. Third is also not a function, Kanna. Look at that. Third is, this is one, Kanna. Some students are getting confusing. The first one not a function. This is my second one not a function. Third one is also not a function. Only I am writing. I am not saying that this is a function. This is not a function. Third one is not a function. Only fourth one is a function, fifth one is a function. Some students are getting confusion. Are you okay, Kanna? Harish, what is your problem? Yeah. We will discuss one by one. Harish, are you okay, Harish? Yeah, I will explain, Harish. See that how many images of this one? Look at that. My one having two images. Number of images of one is two. Okay, more than one. But look at the definition. Every element of the set A. Every element of the set A means my one is an element of set A. Okay, has one and only one image. One and only one image means what is the meaning, Harish? Only one image, exactly one image. Not more than one image, not less than one image. Okay, here my one having more two images. That means one related to two elements that are images. So therefore, since my one having more than one image, this is not a function. Are you okay, Harish? Now come to here. What about my one? The image of one is what is, Harish? A. Image of two, what is? A. Image of three, what is that? A. How many number of images for one? Only one. How many number of images of two? Only one. Number of images of three, that is also one. But all are same, no problem. I'm sorry, this is B. This is B. Image of one is B, image of two is B, image of three is B. But all are same, no problem. But now my question is, how many number of images for every element? Every element has one and only one image. More than any element having more than one image or no image, then that is not a function. Here, this element having no image, not a function. But here, my two having more than one image, not a function. Here, my one having more than one image, not a function. Here, all the elements having only exactly one image, but all are same, no problem for me. Every element in this set having only one image, it is a function. Here, every element in this first set having only one image, this is a function. Are you okay, Pa? Second, Kana, second, look at that, Kana. I am telling the reason for that. What is the first one? Why not a function? For the first one, my two, this element two having more than one image, not a function. Are you okay? Come to the second. In my second, one having only one image, two having one image. What about three? How many images for three? Zero. But what is the definition of function? Every element of set A, 3 is an element of set A. Okay, has. Every element of set A has one and only one image. Okay, so 3 must have one image, exactly one image. So, but here my 3 doesn't have any image. Number of images of 3 is 0. There is no image for 3. So, therefore, this is not a function. The reason is different. For the first one, not a function, my reason is different. For the second one, not a function, my reason is different. Are you okay, Pa? Are you okay, Kanna? Not at least, Harish, exactly. Use that word exactly. At least means what is the meaning? More than one image also allowed. But more than one image means that is not a function. Exactly. Use the word exactly, Harish. Exactly one image. Every element should have exactly one image, not more than one image, not less than one image. Okay. Okay. Yeah, drawing graph is not important for exam point of view, right? Okay, so now come to that, we will discuss one of the, because our time is gone, I will explain one some root sum, how to find out the domain and range of some root problems. Okay, from your NCERT problems also I am doing. Right, find the domain and range of the real function. This type of functions are find the, this is the last problem, you please try to understand. I think, yeah, we have 4 minutes, I will finish the problem. Find the domain and range of f of x is equal to root of 9 minus x square. F of x is a real function, range of the real function. Okay, right. So how to find out your domain and range of the real function? Look at that. My root x, okay, is a real number. Okay, look at that. My root x is a real number. My root x is a real value. Okay, if my x is greater than or equal to 0, because this is a real function, imaginary values are not allowed here because it is a real function. Okay, my root x is a real value means my x is greater than or equal to 0, positive. So suppose I am writing what is root of minus x, sir. What is my root of minus x? It is a real value? No, this is not a real value. Okay, my x is negative means what happened? It is not a real value. So therefore my x should be greater than or equal to 0. So which implies, look at that, in place of x, what I am having? 9 minus x square. So therefore my 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. So that means my 9 greater than or equal to x square. Okay, or otherwise my x square minus 9 less than or equal to 0. X square minus 9 less than or equal to 0. This can be written as x plus 3, x minus 3 less than or equal to 0. Okay, right. What about this one? So we have some result. We can use this result. If a less than b, okay, and my x minus a, x minus b less than or equal to 0, okay, which implies a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. Okay, my a is less than b, x minus a into x minus b is less than or equal to 0 means my x lies between this a and b. Okay, this is the result, right? So here I am taking that my a is this minus 3. Okay, so I can take it as this is x minus of minus 3. This is x minus 3 less than or equal to 0. Actually, this is my a, this is my b, which implies my x lies between minus 3 to 3. Are you okay, Pa? Are you clear? So that means this x value represents my domain of the function. Okay, if you give the values from minus 3 to plus 3 in your x, then only you will get this is positive and my root of this value is a real value, my function exists. Are you okay? Are you clear? Yes, look at that. If the inside the root value 9 minus x square is positive, then only I will get, if my x is positive, then only I will get root x is a real value. That means this is a real value. So if this minus 9 minus x square is negative means what happens? It will be a imaginary value, but my function is a real function. Real function means we have to discuss about only the real values. When I am getting the real values of f of x, if the inside 9 minus x square should be greater than or equal to 0. positive. Negative means what happened? It will be image one, imaginary, okay, complex, not a real, right? So therefore, this should be positive. If this should be positive means what are the x values we have to apply? That is a question. So these are the x values we have to apply. Sir, I wish to apply 4, sir. More than this, 4. Apply here, what happened? 9 minus 4 square, 9 minus 16, you will get minus 7. Root of minus 7 is not a real value, function not defined. Function is a real function. So therefore, you can apply at the maximum of x is equal to 3. When you apply 3, what happened? 3 square, 9 minus 9, 0. Root of 0 is 0. My function, that is a real value. You can apply at the maximum of 3. Similarly, at the minimum of minus 3. Okay. So how I am deriving this? This is my 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. And from this, I am writing this x square minus 9 less than 0. And my applying a plus b, a minus b formula, and applying this result, if a is less than b, my x minus a, x minus b less than or equal to 0, then my x lies between this a and b. Actually, here this is my a, this is my b. Therefore, my x lies between this a and b. This is the domain of the function interval. Okay, so therefore, look at that. My domain of f minus 3 comma 3. That is set of all x minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. This is set builder form. Set builder form. This is interval form. Okay. Are you okay, pa? Right. How to find out the range? So what is given actually? My y is equal to 9 minus x square. That is my f of x. Okay. So f of x is y. Taking square on both sides. 9 minus x square. What about your x square is equal to 9 minus y square? Okay. This is one equation. My x square is equal to 9 minus y square. 1 minute. Right. And look at that. This is just now we have discussed my 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So therefore, apply here 9 minus, what is your x square? Your x square is 9 minus y square. My x square is 9 minus y square greater than or equal to 0. So what is the answer? 9 get cancelled. My y square greater than or equal to 0. Okay. My y square is greater than or equal to 0 means what is the meaning? What are the y values satisfying this y square greater than or equal to 0? That means my y value, any y value. Sir, I am giving some negative value for y, sir. But y square is positive. I am giving some positive value for y, sir. My y square is positive only. Okay. This is one equation. My collection of x. Look at that. The set of all x possible values of x is called as my domain. Similarly, the possible values of y is called as my range. Okay, but this is not my range. Why, sir? Because my root value, look at that, my y value is always positive. Because root of some positive value, this is, we have already told that the root of 9 minus x square is positive, root of positive value is positive. Okay, so therefore this is take it as my equation number 1, this is my take it as equation number 2 from 1 and 2. 1 and 2, what is my 1? Y greater than or equal to 0. And here my minus infinity less than y less than plus infinity. Okay, what is your conclusion? Okay, my y is greater than or equal to 0. That is one conclusion. Yeah, that's all, sir. My y is only greater than or equal to 0, sir. No. Okay. Because if you give the maximum value of this, x is maximum is 3. If you give x is equal to 0, what happened? Minimum value 0, what happened? This is root of 9. My root of 9 is 3 only. So therefore, my maximum value of y is at the maximum value of y is 3 alone. So therefore, my range is 0 to 3 alone. Okay. If you give x is equal to minus 3 to plus 3, you will get the f of x value from 0 to 3 only, not more than that. Okay. So this is an important problem. You have to concentrate that. And first of all, you work out there some simple problems, finding domain and range, everything. Okay. And after that, you come to this type of problems. Okay, pa? Okay. Actually, time is over. Beyond the time, 4:50. Right. If you have any doubt, you please WhatsApp me. I will reply you. Okay. Okay, Neha, you please send some your doubts. I will reply you. Don't worry. Okay. If you have any doubt, you please send your doubts or call me. I will explain you. Don't worry. 98424599264. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay. When you are calling, I am not taking your call. I am not picking your call. Means you please send a message. Sir, I am your student. This is my doubt. You clarify doubts. Okay. Send some message like that. I will reply you. Right. Thank you, Pa. Thank you all. Thank you so much. You please read the 3 chapters thoroughly. You don't have a tomorrow's test. I have cancelled the test for you because of you have a Monday exam. Okay. So for that only I have cancelled. You please use this time, study well and try to get good marks. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Any doubt class? No doubt class, I think so. Megha, you don't worry, ma. You please work out some other problems. You concentrate some simple problems first, how to find out the range, how to find out the domain. Okay, and then come to that this type of problem you can easily understand. Okay. Kana, you please for timing and how to upload everything, you please ask your Learnity. Okay, they will help you. They will guide you. My y is 0. Look at that. Root of positive value is always 0. Positive only, my dear student. Who is asking? Pavan. This 9 minus x square is positive. Root of some positive value is also positive only, Pavan. My y is always greater than or equal to 0 only because my root value is always positive only. That's why I am taking my y is positive, greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Look at this first equation. I am telling about the range only. My y is the range, Pavan. Pavan, I am telling the range only. This is my range. Look at that. My y is my range. Okay, my y is my range. The set of all y values is my range values. Okay, this y greater than or equal to 0 comes from here. Because my f of x is I am taking y, that is root of 9 minus x square. This root value is always positive. Since my 9 minus x square inside the root function is positive, my root of the function value is also positive. That means my y is positive. Positive means greater than or equal to 0. 0 or positive. Okay, so from this I am writing here y greater than or equal to 0. My y is range is always positive. My range is not negative. Okay. Yeah, Santosh. Y is the range. Set of all y values is the range. Set of all x values define the domain. Okay, thank you all. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.